Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is so exciting because we are going to be getting into the first video of a new series that is DIYing Studio McGee pieces. So I am very excited about this. I love Studio McGee and everything that they design, so to get that look for less in my own home is going to be so awesome. So if you guys have any pieces that you would like me to DIY, then comment down below so that I can get those pieces done for you guys. Today we are going to be doing a bead garland that was released with the Studio McGee Threshold collab. It is so big and chunky and just adds so much texture and playfulness to any space, any decor style. So if you guys like that video, then go ahead and give this a thumbs up. Hit the bell so that you guys will get some notifications every single time that I upload one of these videos so that you don't miss out. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, so like I said, the thing that really makes this garland is how large the beads are. So I went out to Hobby Lobby and was going to go and find these massive beads to make my wood garland and just string them up and it's going to be super easy. No, they do not have these giant wood beads. So, found these square blocks and I really like the bead that's on the Studio McGee garland is this like hex shape. I think it's called a hex. I don't know. But it's this shape. So, I made this. I made this out of the square. So basically, you just go through and you cut off all of the edges of the square. If you guys don't have a saw, you can still buy the blocks and drill a hole through the center of the square block, and it would still give you a really awesome, big, bulky block look. So that is also another option if you don't want to go through and cut off all these corners. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys now how I got this hex block. Okay, so to get this look of the hex, we're going to be cutting off all of the corners of the block. So first we're going to draw lines to be able to see where we need to cut. So I'm going to measure halfway across each side of the block and mark it off. Okay, now that we've got our 4 marks, we can connect them and line it up. And you're just going to repeat the process of marking halfway and then connecting your lines on all the sides of the block so that you'll have a line to follow as a guide to cut off the corners. So once my husband Tim helped me figure out how to saw these and cut off the edges, he tried it out just to make sure it was safe.
It's working!
And then I gave it a go. You just want to keep rotating the block and lining up the cuts so that you're cutting off all of the edges. Once you've got all the edges cut off, you want to go in with sandpaper just to clean up the edges and make sure they're nice and smooth. So I found these wooden wheels that you're supposed to use to make like wheels for a car. So we're going to be taking 2 of these and gluing them together, making a bigger bead. So that's going to be awesome. All right, so we are going to start making these big beads. So I'm just going to take these 2 wheels and glue them together. I'm just going to apply it around. I'm going to take a paintbrush and smooth it out just a little bit. Now we're just going to leave these guys to dry for 30 minutes and they'll be ready to string up. So I found this pack of wooden shapes and they came with these little cylinders and squares. So I'm going to be drilling holes through these little wood pieces to make them into beads so that I can string them up. Okay guys, we are in the garage. we are going to be out here drilling all of the holes into our blocks that don't have holes in them. So for the drill bit, I made sure to use a drill bit that was slightly larger than the piece of twine that I'm using so that the twine will be able to fit through the hole. I'm going to go ahead and take some painter's tape and put it on the spots where we're going to be drilling our holes. And this is just going to help the wood to not split when we're drilling it in. Okay, so I tried a couple of stains and I think that this fruitwood color is going to give the best look. So we're going to go with the fruitwood color. Alright, so the beads are done drying. The stain is now dry, so we can go ahead and start stringing them up. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of tape around the end of the twine just so that it'll go through the beads more easily. So I've got my little piece around my twine, and I'm going to go ahead and lay these out in a pattern that I think looks similar to the one from the Studio McGee collab. Okay, so I think this is the pattern that we're going to stick with. As I string it up, I'll look and see, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to stick with this pattern. We are going to go ahead and use our big string of twine and start threading it through. Okay, you guys. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so super long, I'm loving it. I'm going to give it a little bit of room just so that it can bend easily and not be too tight. And I'm going to tie a little loop on the end in case you want to, like, if I want to hang it on my mantle. So that could be really awesome. So I'm going to make sure that I leave this loop on the end, on both ends, so that I can hang it if I want to. Alright, so we've got our 2 knots now, and next, to make this, finish it off, the final touch is going to be, we're going to make some tassels to go on the ends, just like the one from the Studio McGee collab. So we're going to use this smaller twine to go ahead and do that now. So to make these tassels, I'm going to be wrapping the twine around this long notebook 30 times. Once it's done being wrapped, I'm going to stick another piece of twine and tie it around the top so that I'm keeping all of the pieces firmly together. Next, I'm going to remove it from the notebook, and I'm going to be tying a piece of twine around the top section to give it the tassel look. And to make it look more like the Studio McGee one, I'm going to add 2 more pieces of twine. Once I've finished those, I'm going to put a piece of twine through the top to make a loop and be able to attach it to the garland. Now it's time to cut the ends so that it makes a tassel. Okay, so to straighten this out, I'm going to take an iron on low heat and just start ironing it out. Okay, so since I've got these all straightened out now, what I have to do is attach it to the end of this garland. Alright, there's the garland attached. I am so excited to style this, and I'm very happy with how this garland turned out. that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. It was so fun for me to make this, and I'm very excited with how this piece turned out and that I was able to get this look for less. So if you guys like this kind of video and are excited for this series, then give this video a thumbs up. Remember to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of these videos that are going to be coming out in this series. So that's all I've got for you guys today, and I'll see you in the next one.